Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward! I still want to say Realm Reborn, even though it's... Heavensward. In the last part, we did a bunch of side quests in Quarthus West, and also started working on tracking down Iceheart. And let's go ahead and turn in this batch of side quests I have now, and then go ahead and queue up for Dusk Vigil. How did you find those archaeonists? They may not be smart, but they certainly put up a good fight, wouldn't you say? You make it sound easy, but not all of us have had the opportunity to fight at the side of the Azure Dragon. To see firsthand how best these mighty beasts may be brought down. Many Ishgardians think we nobles at the Convictory are simply here out of foppery and whim. They scarce understand the risks we take defending Ishgard from the Horde. But I feel perhaps you understand. If ever you decide you want to join the Convictors, you need but say the word. Spring into action. Oh, my leg. That last dragon made quite a mess of it. Had it happened to anyone else, I dare say they'd have been made a meal of. Fortunately, I made of sterner stuff and got away with no more than a flesh wound to show for it. I'm keen to get back out there and hunt that bastard, but I shan't be going anywhere until his leg heals up. Say, do you think you could fetch something for me? The waters of Dragonspit are said to have healing properties. I had some of that. I'd be back on my feet in no time. Take this bottle and fill it with water from that spring, would you? Let's back up there, of course. Back already, I see. I take it you had no difficulty retrieving the corpse of the Toolahan. If all goes according to plan, the upcoming battles could be increasingly dangerous. If you're anywhere near as powerful as they say you are, and if you lend us your assistance, I don't think we'll have any trouble. Intermediate dragon slaying. The time has come to enact the next step of my plan. Saint Tromo is already making preparations. He should be above the cliff to the north of the Convictory. Meet up with him there and lend him a hand. Thank you, adventurer. But, well, you're certainly more reliable than any lordling I've ever met. They've only got eyes for dragons, even though I tell them time and again that if no one sees to those bears, there will be nary a scrap to eat. But do they listen? I dare say everyone around here could stand to be a little more like you. Well, I said you'd be compensated. I'm true to my word. I trust you'll consider this fair remuneration for your efforts. Food. Yeah, sure. Winter is coming. I look troubled, do I? Well, we all have our fair share of troubles out here. You're looking to lend a hand. Out here, the cold is a constant nemesis. We could use more yak wool for the creation of blankets. If you bring me 3 baskets of it, I'll see that it's worth your while. But I already defeated yaks. Gosh dang it all. Alright. Oh, no, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Seriously, hitting the wrong buttons. Alright, there we are. Dusk Vigil. Let's go. Of course, there's a queue. But the good news is, I have side quests to do. So let's go out and work on them. Maybe. Maybe I shouldn't. Ah, you're finally here. You might be pleased to note that the information you obtained was indeed correct. Some horrible Dravanian beast that looked like a Wajik came up out of nowhere, grabbed the slain Toolahan's body in its claws and scuttled off as quickly as it had appeared. There was something of a scuffle as it escaped, and it kicked our man about a bit. The creature itself scurried away under the cliff to the northwest of the Convictory. Please chase it down. We'll see to the wounded. Ah, flying. Isn't it wonderful? So great. I love flying. Alright. Now that I'm back down here, I can take myself. I will say flying still is pretty wonderful. There's one. I saw one that way. This is just a force of habit for me to jump as soon as I get on the mount. It's like, it doesn't work, Rinny. Alright, a little too high. It's down below. Ah. Alright. Alright. This is just a basilisk. What the heck? It's like, oh, it flew off. Like, what? This is a basilisk. How did it fly off? Nope. And there it be. I am like gonna level up on like one enemy here. But this is honestly why I went to go get Warcraft. Because I knew that I'd be able to use it in this particular dungeon. So there's nothing in the little nook we passed there. Yeah, you can see it right there. I may have to pull out the macro again. Good old macro. Good old macro. 3, I was sorry. On that button, so I didn't want to switch. So there is our great flying beast that was spotted here. And this is going to be one of those rushing tanks. The macro is almost definitely going to have to come out. Much to note. You'll see there's some Mylodons here that are going to be jumping out as we progress. The one that's supposed to be here isn't quite here yet because we have to kill these enemies before it will appear. Like so. Once it appears, it clears our path for us. I've been wanting form shift so bad, let me tell you. Oh my gosh. I really don't think I can explain how much I've been wanting form shift. So, once we clear this, you'll notice there's a damaged winch over there. Another Mylodon is going to jump down in just a moment. Wow, I actually timed that perfectly? What the heck? What the heck? Alright, so yeah, it draws a cold steel lever. So we want to go ahead and use that over here on this gate winch. I just have to lock my stacks. That's always the issue right now. You know, until 5.4 hits and they change monk. Grr. So this is Towering Oliphant. I honestly don't know what to say about it. It's gonna have targeting icons on people like so. Just gonna put them down for the count, and it's gonna use Woolly Inspiration, which is going to suck them in and then knock back like so. I get no my stack. Oh, and so it's also going to use Route, which is just a charging move. You can see it's not going to go very far because I'm actually pretty dang close to it. But yeah, it would chase you down wherever you happened to be. Prehistoric Trumpet is just a basic AoE. I can use that. Maybe take a little less damage here. Oh my gosh, are you serious right now? Let's face this into the wall at least. Why me? There's another DPS here. There's a healer here. So now it's gonna use Route. My stacks! All I have to say is, now it's gonna hurt. Alright. Yeah, I'm certain I may need the macro. So, let's talk gear in a X1 dungeon, aka 51, 61, 71, because it's going to be relevant as we progress through to the other expansions. Gear in these dungeons is not better than anything that is, what do I call it? Augmented. So because of augmented gear, it's actually the best gear I'm going to have until, like, level 55 dungeon stuff. At which point, we'll start replacing it. However, by that point, I'm probably going to be level 60. Yes, I see the torn journal pages. Think I'm going to be able to chance to read them? No. But yeah, I'm probably going to be level 60, at which point I'm just going to go ahead and, like, buy the, level 60 gear. As long as I have the tomestones for it. I can do so in Foundation. So we're getting to some more humanoid type ones here. Got a Barracks Key. We need to use that to open the barracks door. We've got some more humanoid type ones, where of course just like zombies, actually. They aren't living. So I mean, they've kind of been stuck here. They haven't exactly had the best life for 5 years. There's gonna be a couple waves here. I didn't actually mention this in the last bit. There was actually 2 waves as we got further, but this is gonna be a little bit more pronounced in how it happens. There's going to be this group, and then once we kill this group, the next set is going to appear. So yeah, you can see they just spawned over there, or at least one spawned over there, and the rest were kind of more on top of us. Alright, so that gives us the Lord Commander's Key, which opens up the door to the Lord Commander's seat. And the lore time! So, I don't know, like, the full details on this, but I guess Yohemeric, which is what we're about to fight here, who is dead and very, very frostbitten. They're actually 1.0. Of course, they ended up dying, defending Dusk Vigil during the Calamity, and no one was able to get in to save them. And well, this is what's happened. So they've got a basic AoE, Brain Drain, and once they do it, there's going to be a couple of these ads that appear like so. And they're going to want to buff our main guy here. Oh my gosh. That was only one ad that time. So yeah, you can see he has a damage up. So he's also going to use Death Spiral. That's what's called a donut. I think I've talked about donut AoEs before. Yeah, because the flame guy. So it's a donut AoE, and yeah, you just want to be up close to him when he uses that particular move. Generally, just stay close to this guy in general. So yeah, you honestly, going after the ads is sort of a trap in this fight. Like, you really just want to focus on Euhymeric and not really so much the ads, just because, like, it's just gonna start getting out of control. There's gonna be so many spawning, and yeah, it's rough. Alright, and that's Sir Euhymeric. Previously in 1.0. I don't need it, but I'm gonna take these for desynthesizing. Gosh, I'm so glad I form shift. So, if you remember Frostbite from Snowcloak, it's back. Yeah, so you don't want to be in areas where Frostbite is going to be hitting. You want to kind of pull the enemies past where the Frostbite is going to hit. Anyways, we just got some basic sprites here, and little AoEs. Once we clear sprites, the temperature rises, melting the ice that's blocking the door. And we're gonna have some more sprites up here, of course, also blocking a door, because, you know, they're sprites, and they're cold, and they're putting out ice either, freezing everything, or something. I see I'm still doing my little shenanigans with that. So, throughout while you're fighting this set of sprites, these muddy Zoblin larvas are going to be spawning. They're super, super weak, nothing really to worry about, but obviously the longer you take to kill the sprites, the more are going to spawn on you. So we can see our great flying beast again flies off again. And you can also already hear the frostbite happening out here. We've got a Dusk Wolf and more Hailstrom sprites. That's in a chest somewhere. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, so up here is safe from the wind. Actually, no, it's not. We're still getting hit. There isn't really a safe spot to fight these sprites at, honestly. It's kind of one of those spots. I don't know why I'm trying to keep my stacks. There's some dye in this chest. Or, there can be dye in that chest, anyway. Alright. Now we need to defeat Opinicus. I bet you, even though I hit the macro, this tank's gonna run in. Just waiting for it. So that's our goal. So much for our goal. It's now destroyed. So yes, that great flying beast we've been seeing this entire time is the boss of this dungeon. So this is another handy thing about Form Shift. It can help you immediately start off with, say, doing a Dragon Kit, or ideally you can get it a little further, like you have a little bit more time to self-buff like that. But, yeah. So, there's a few main things to really note about this. He's going to eventually use this Whirling Gal move. You want to get behind a rock when he uses this. Because if you're not behind a rock, that Whirling Gal is going to suck you in, stun you, and do a debuff on you. Like the tank is trying to demonstrate. Eventually it's going to, after it does the Gal, it's going to destroy the rock formations, rubble formations that already existed, and will drop some new ones. So you definitely have to make sure you're keeping an eye out for those. So got another Whirling Gal here. I'm gonna go ahead back here. So I also use this move called Freefall. It's all the way over there. Hey, the Opinicus is showing us what's going on. So it puts you in the feathers and it's gonna knock him around and give him a wind resistance down. So that's really the main things about fighting Opinicus, is just like free fall. If it jumps and you're near a piece of rubble, it's... I thought it destroyed them. Maybe I'm just thinking Winds of Winter. But yeah, Winds of Winter destroys the rubble. You have to watch out for the new rubble. Free fall is going to jump to you, and then he'll go back to wherever the tank happens to be. You, of course, don't want to be standing on the rubble. That's going to hurt. Okay, I'm good. We're alive. We're alive. Nothing to worry about. So I forgot I was only one away from getting that challenge done. Gosh dang it. Alright. So that is the Dusk Vigil. Okay, I'm like, better drop me at the same place. Alright, so that is done. What is... Alright, let's go up that way. It's honestly pretty close to where I'll need to go eventually, but... Is there... And I can't do it. I can't use my Aether Current thing because I am kinda already... on a mount. And it's not my own mount. Alright, 244 to the south. I think I know where that is. So here's the Dragon Spit Spring. And that's the spring water. I'm going to try and finish these off before I go to where the story is. You can also see some dead dragons over there. Yup. So that's our destination. You can see that it is a giant worm, giant dragon that is dead, very, very dead and frozen. Alright, what do you have for me? Thank you. I didn't see the fight itself, but having seen you in combat before, I think I have a good idea of how it turned out. I'll collect the body and put it somewhere the Dravanians can see it. But these Dravanians sure are a curious bunch. Whatever are they trying to achieve by gathering the corpses of the weaker thralls? What are they using the bodies for? They say that the smarter animals out there have feelings. Perhaps the Dravanians are simply showing respect for their fallen comrades? Perhaps they can't stand to see their friends' bodies torn apart by the elements? Perhaps they just want to let them rest in peace? You do have some peculiar ideas sometimes. You really think that these monsters have feelings? That they respect each other? No, they're no different to us. They're strong, use the weakest tools. There's not a shred of respect to be seen. Your entire hypothesis is... I'm sorry, I'm ranting. We'll head out and collect the dead, watch it. You report back to Dominic and let him know that things are proceeding according to plan. Yeah, so because I am a passenger on this and not the driver, I cannot use my thing. Okay, we've got a few quests to turn in. So near that wool. Yes, I have it. This is some of the highest quality wool I've ever seen. I must say, you've gone above and beyond what I asked of you. Yeah, my deepest thanks. The nights are bitterly cold these days, but the blankets made from this wool will do much to keep our people warm. Oh my gosh, a faithful companion. Whatever could be taking him so long? It oughtn't take this much time just to deliver a message. I sent a man out on a mission quite some time ago. He should have been back hours ago, but there's still no sign of him. He wasn't Chocobo back, so he should have returned by now. Would you do me the favor of heading towards Riversmeet and seeing if you can find him? Okay. Back already. Did the information you gathered turn out to be accurate? Were you able to attract a larger dragon? Good, good. It seems like that the next step in my plan has unfolded quite nicely. If things continue like this, we should be able to bag quite an impressive catch before long. Oh my gosh. Advanced dragon slaying. We're just about to carry out the next step in my plan. Saint Tremble has finished his preparations, so he should be waiting for you out on the cliff to the north. If all goes well, we will attract an even larger beast than before, so be on your guard. Oh my gosh. Back to that darn cliff. Do you have that spring water? Yes, I do. Good, good, and not a moment too soon. I fear those dragons are starting to forget the taste of Ishgardian steel. After a few applications of this, I'll be ready to get back out there and give them a sharp reminder. They say this stuff is better than any potion, just as well given how meager our supplies have been getting lately. Oh, well, that's just suddenly like, poof, done with that quest. Do you have it? Yes, yes, I do. Yes, there's no mistaking it at last. It is ours once more. My parents presented the sapphire to me on my wedding day, as my wife and I presented to Euhemeric on his. One day they would do the same for their son. But for that disgrace of an Inquisitor, his suspicion of heresy, what rot, he knew what he wanted from the start. By the time I secured her release, they had interrogated her for days. She was a shadow of her former self. But the final insult, the final twisting of the knife, was when my son took command of the Dusk Vigil and found the ice rondel to be the centerpiece of the newly commissioned sculpture of the Fury. He couldn't prove it was the selfsame one which had vanished, but oh, he knew. But no more. No more! It is back with the family where it belongs. It is admittedly hollow comfort, yet in my waning years I must accept what little that can be had. Alright. I guess over there. I guess we're winding down on this mess of side quests here. Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh yeah, by the way, here's a higher level area. Say hello. You were dispatched by Lucier to find me? Well, I finished my mission, but I can't go back to the camp just yet. I'm searching for Amberbeak, my dear Chocobo. I was attacked by a Yeti and thrown to the ground. Just when I thought the great beast would tear me to shreds, Amberbeak distracted the thing and drew it away. He damn well saved my life, but I fear that the monster will catch him. I have to save him. You'll find him for me? I'd like to join you on the search, but I would only slow you down to my present condition. Thank you. I shall head back to the Convictory now, but please, please bring Amberbeak back to me. Oh my gosh, way up there. This is just a C1 quest. Okay. Now here's another little area. Say hello. There is a boss fight down here that almost no one ever does. And there's a little cave here! Yay, cave! Oh no! Don't cry for the fallen chocobo. The take on the reins say Amberbeak, but upon closer inspection it is obvious that the poor bird has been brutally eviscerated. You take a feather from the fallen chocobo. I'm gonna pet Dragona for this one. Now I want to cry. Oh, now I want to cry. Why would they do this to me? My emotions are fragile. So, yeah, here's another peek at a higher level area. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure there's not actually an Aether Current back here. Did you see that Avis just now? It snatched through the Wadget's corpse and made its escape. Our men are chasing the thing down as we speak. The bait was set under the cliff northwest of the Convictory. We should head there first, then follow the trail from there. Be on your guard. Avis are renowned for their cunning. Alright, where are we going? Seriously, it is so painful to get around here when you've been used to being able to fly and have proper movement speed elsewhere. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is basically the same spot. Seems that the Avis has fled to the northwest in the Dragon's Pit. We'll block the exits and corner it. You get in there and help finish it off. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So, recognize this spot? Yeah, so do I. And here's our vengeful Avis. Let's go ahead and take it out. Oh my gosh. So much back and forth for this quest. It doesn't help that I actually just did this on my main character the other day, because this actually ends up blocking a triple triad NPC, and I've been working on that, so. Did you slay it? Yeah. Marvelous, good work. Very good indeed. But, did you notice anything about the Avis? It's just that I got to thinking while you were slaying it. Is it true what they say? Did it speak? They say the Avis are what become a men, heretics who drink dragon's blood. But what could make a man? Master Saint Tromo. Yes, good work, Arya. We will collect the body of the beast. You should return to Dominic and report our success. Oh my gosh, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Did you find him? Did you find Amberbeak? Don't remind me. This feather. Amberbeak. No! You fought valiant with me through so many. Tell me. Wasn't quick. I see. Well, thank you for this feather. At least I'll always have something to remember him by. feelings! Back already! Dang it, now I have to be happy. Things are proceeding swimmingly, it seems, but you look somehow troubled. What happened? I suppose it's not surprising that he might say something like that. Saint Tromo was born into nobility. He knows all too well the pain of losing honor and status. But that's all in the past now. I only hope that this experience might steel his resolve. Expert dragon slaying! It's good to see you again. The corpse of the Avis he slew is being put into position right now to attract the great dragon for us to slay. However, I'm concerned about Saint Tromo. He seems even more morose than his normal grim self. I want to help him, but perhaps because I'm his commanding officer, he really doesn't want to talk to me about it. Do you think you might be able to talk to him for me? The two of you have been through quite a few battles together now. Really? We have? I don't know. I seem to be helping him more. He might be more inclined to share his troubles with you. He's to the north of the camp. Preparations for the next step of the plan should all be finished by now, so he'll just be waiting for you there. Oh, well, it's not our infamous cliff spot. Oh my gosh. Doing this without flying, which just sounds like torture, honestly. Hello again. Well met, friend. As you can see, the Avis's body has been laid out in plain sight, but none of the Horde have shown any interest in the thing. Me? Something I want to talk about? No, not really. Though spending all day keeping vigil over Dravanian corpses leaves one to thinking about these creatures more than one might expect. All things considered, this Avis was quite a high-ranking creature of the Horde. I have no doubt that whatever comes to collect its body will be quite a mighty dragon indeed. They're wise and intelligent creatures, and they won't be tricked easily. Taken a great deal of care with the preparations, but still no dragon comes. Do you think you might take a look at the Avis for me? Just make sure there's nothing out of the ordinary. Something I might have missed? Okay. Alright. Nothing out of the ordinary. Well, if it looks good to you, then I'm satisfied. It must just be a matter of time. If it's all the same to you, would you mind waiting with us for the dragon to show itself? Okay. Oh, look! There is a vengeful wyvern here. Just like that. Oh, hey, a dragon got some experience. A wyvern. I'd only ever heard stories about them. An ancient creature that once soared effortlessly through the clouds. Most go their whole lives without ever seeing one of these legendary beasts. I've seen quite a few. I should take a minute to check its body before we take it back to camp. You go back to Convictory and report the Dominiac. I will handle getting the dragon's bodies back to the camp. That certainly took longer than I expected. Did the plan work? Tell me everything that happened. A wyvern? You slew a wyvern? I have no words to express my gratitude. Thank you for your help. Saint Tromo should be back by now. Could you do me one more favor and make sure he's made it here safely? I you've reported to Miniac already? We just got back moments ago. We were about to start examining this beast. Would you be so kind as to lend a hand? You might as well start with the leg. It's as good a place as any. Why the legs specifically? What the heck? You find the total hand scale and Wadjet scale in the wyvern's claws. You finished already? Yeah. A scale from the Tullahan and one from the Wadjet? Both in the claws of the wyvern? This mighty creature carried away their bodies and kept mementos in memory of its fallen comrades? These creatures know each other? Recognize each other? Mourn for each other? Even Dravonians would show such concern for each other. I grew up depending on my status and nobility. I led such an easy life that, when my house fell, when I was betrayed by those I trusted, I blamed everyone around me. In retrospect, I should have blamed myself. It's my own fault that I was abandoned by both those I served and those who served me. Saint Trevaux, why do you think I am still here serving you? Your house may well have been disgraced, but I serve you, not your house. I fully intend to remain your loyal servant to the end. If anything, I think you are too loyal. Still, I greatly appreciate it. I came here looking for a place to die. Perhaps now is a good time to let the old bitter me die, to let go of all the hatred. From now on, I want to live, not for social status or nobility, but to protect those close to me, to protect my friends, to protect the people of Ishgard. I shall travel to my family's graves and swear an oath to protect those I care about. I've not yet been to their graves. I've been too ashamed to show my face, but even if the Dravonians can mourn their dead properly, then I think I should find it within myself to do the same. Alright, let's go back to Dominiac. Hopefully this is the end. Oh my gosh. You seem pleased with yourself. Did something happen with Saint Trevaux? I see, thank you. I, too, owe you my thanks. Thank you, not just for the inspiration you provided Saint Trevaux, but for the invaluable assistance you provided in helping my plan come to fruition. If things continue to progress this well, we may catch ourselves a dragon yet greater still than this wyvern. A great accomplishment like that would serve Sir Amherst's cause well, and that's not all. Young though he may be, Saint Trevaux has achieved truly courageous feats of combat and has opened a world of opportunity for himself. When other younger men hear of his exploits, they'll be eager to rally to Amherst's cause and fight under his banner. If anything, I'd like nothing more than recruit you. But somehow I get the feeling that you're not the kind to settle down in one place, much less somewhere as remote and isolated as the Convictory. Still, maybe you found an Aetherite. I hope that you'll continue to lend us your strength from time to time. Maybe, when I can fly. Alright, let's get over to the story quest. Main story. Alright, is there actually a current around here? I guess that, yeah. Yeah, it's like right over there. Right by a friendly ice commander. Let's be friends. Okay? Okay. Is there anything else? Any others in this area? 385 southeast. It's like in that area. It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphino. Must have been a privileged upbringing. Have you the heights you need? I do.
Ah, I should have known it would be you. Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here. So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me, that which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin, a war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm, Heavensward, in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Heavensward, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Heavensward ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods.
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Is aught amiss, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Oh, so we actually get an ether current for that. Yay! Okay, I accidentally spilled some stuff on my desk. Glad to clean that up. We're Chocobo's room. You are Arya, yes. Pray address me as Saseo, as if you wish. This passing strange, is it not? The fate should bring us together thus. Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania, then? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting. It would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. Alright, so technically I do still have ether currents to find here. I do want to go ahead and get something. want to get over to Dervanian Farlands. Because, oh my gosh.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Oh, hey, I see an ether current. We stand now on the threshold of Dervania. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest's branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned. There's a village here, but I thought these lands sold the domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beast. Their leader, Marcichan, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. Trust there are no objections? Only to the ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let's do it before Ishgard burns. So we have wild chocobos! Yay! Literally wild chocobos. Yeah, I don't think all the rest of the Aether Currents are going to be this easy to find. What we got? 335 to the north. Yeah, I could do that if I don't fall off the ledge here. Let's see here. I do want to jump down there, I think. I've also got fleas here. Not want those. Northeast. I think I see where it should be. Over here? Yeah, I see it back there. I'm sure I'm gonna come here for a quest, but it was like, it's close enough. $375 to the west. Yeah, it's close enough. Maybe. Maybe it isn't actually. Southwest? Yeah. Maybe it might actually be in Tailfeather. Now I think about it. West, yeah, it's in Tailfeather. I can't think of anywhere else it could be. So welcome to Tailfeather! Yay! We have another Aetherite! I saw it. First off, get our Chocobo Porter. And... Aether Current. I see a Chocobo Chick running around. Yay! Chocobo Chick. course, I do need to make sure I do this. I would greatly hate to not do this. Alright. So this can be a faster way up to the northwest of Corthus West, but oh my god, still a ways though. Well, Tam Maha and call me Leatherface. We have visitors! Oh ho, if it ain't the loveliest sail. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Marsatron. That it has. My companions and I are on the pilgrimage to Solma. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragon's been absolutely bleeding murderous lately. Forgive me, sir, but I am not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did the sail not explain things to you, boy? You seen them towering Kalon trees all about having you? If you were flying above the canopies, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the wildlife is canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop your sail here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're sailing heading west. Alright, so level 52. Which is still not useful to us. But hey, you know, worse than dragons. Also some bad news. Oh no. But I think that's a good time to actually call it there. Of course, that did unlock our quest here. Sides of the north, clever chicks. I want to be the hunter. On that note, yeah, I think it's a good time to call it. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, then consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps for keeping content like this. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt. Apparently hiccuping out. Signing out.